What's going on, everyone? Welcome to the horror talk. Basically, I would say you guys know we just hang out, talk horror movies, wait for some people. Oh, there's already some people in here. Wow. Oh, we got Tatum in here. How's it going? She says hello. Make me a mob. I don't know how to do all that. Honestly, um, right now, I think I have to. I'm not 100% sure how to do all that yet. So sorry about that. Scott Walker, hello, how's it going, man? What's up, everyone? I smashed that like button. What's up, Russell? How you doing tonight? We got yeah, Russell. Okay, so yeah, guys. Basically talk anything we want. Halloween, Scream 7, anything really. It's just a horror night, so we can talk about everything. We're not talking about just one thing tonight. So we could talk about really anything. So, what's on your guys' mind? So yeah, if you guys did not check out my video, I made a video um, about Scream 7, um, about Sam potentially being a Ghostface killer. I think it was Russell. Yeah, I think it was you that told me. I'm doing good. How are you? I'm doing good. I'm doing good. Just kind of wanted to do a live stream for a few hours until like 1 a.m. probably. Probably even go longer than that, honestly, tonight, just to hang out. But yeah, I mean, I'm having a lot of. I had a. I made a video about. Um, I made a video about Sam being a killer. So if you guys haven't watched that yet, go watch that. It's a pretty good. I just basically talk about Sam, being the killer, obviously, and the rumors. Then I was like, got a Sydney video uploaded. So I saw Sydney Prescott has a bat in her hand. Yeah, she does. She has a bat in her hand. You know? But yeah, man, just thought we'd have a kind of like a hangout tonight, and have some fun for a while. Just kind of talk about movies and whatnot. Um, Horror movies, obviously. But yeah, um, been a kind of a long time, since I've. Oh, it's been a little while, I guess, since I went live. Um, I think it's been like a week or so, but yeah, it's weird. We only getting 4 episodes of Chucky season 3 this October, and the rest is next year. Oh, really? Wow, that is pretty weird. I never even got a chance to watch that yet. Is it pretty good? Because I haven't watched it yet, and I've heard a lot of good reviews on it, but just haven't got a chance, to watch it yet. So I don't know. I don't know why I haven't watched it. I don't know. I guess I'm just not up for it. I guess, but I do, however, want to watch it eventually. Once I get a chance, because I heard it was pretty good. I heard that Brad Dorff is back as well as Chucky, so that's pretty cool. They're spinning this season up. It starts October 4th. Oh, really? Wow, that's great. That's awesome, man. I'm definitely gonna have to watch them. Start from season one, obviously, all the way up. But yeah, I've heard nothing but good reviews on it. I mean, for that's all I. I mean, there might be people out there that don't like it, of course, but I've heard a lot of good reviews on it. It's because of the strike. Oh yeah, I forgot. Yep, there's a strike going on. And can you kind of explain that to me just a little bit? Because I don't really understand like what that is necessarily. Like, what is a strike? I just don't understand what that is. Yeah, because I have no idea like what a strike is, and I mean I don't understand. Like, need just a little bit of a better understanding of it because I don't really know like what it is. Oh, the writer and actor strike. They're going on. Oh, the writer and actor strike. They're going on strike because they're not getting the money they want. Oh, okay. I get it. Okay. So it's because they're not getting the money that they want. Okay. That makes a lot of sense. Yeah, because I've never really understood that, like what that was in the movie business. But yeah, man, I think that's what you said. What's going on with Scream Seven, I believe too. I think there's a strike going on with Scream Seven. So that's why the movie's on hold right now. I think because of that, they're not getting the money that they want. So I guess that happens. Stuff has to be put on hold. I guess. And to me, they should just pay them so they can get back to work. Oh yeah, absolutely, absolutely. Just give them money, give them the money, man. Um, it's kind of unfortunate, that there's a strike with Scream Seven. We may not be getting it for another 2 years or so. Probably like 2025. I'm guessing. But I don't know. I could be wrong. Maybe could be a lot sooner than that. But I'm gonna say 2025 just because if you think about it, right, it depends on how long the strike is as well. Then when the strike is over with, they can start filming. And but I don't think that we'll get it. I don't think we'll get it until um I don't think that we'll get it until 2025. Sorry, I'm getting like messages and all that on my um so yeah, I don't think we're gonna get it until 2025, honestly. That's just my opinion personally. Because if this strike lasts way longer than expected, well, it may even be like further. Like we may have to wait like 3 more years. It just depends on like how long the strike is done. It depends on when the strike is. You know, so the strike ends in January. Yeah, so that's about uh, how long is that? That's 4 more months. You know, 4 more months, and that's crazy, guys. That Christmas is coming up already too. Well, not coming up, but Halloween is coming up. But Christmas is only a few months away already. Isn't that crazy? That it goes by so fast. Like Christmas is gonna be here before we know it, and again, which is crazy. Sorry, I'm being very busy lately. I got back from. Oh, that's fine. Then. Thank you for popping in. Remember the right strike in 2008? Nope. I mean, I know Harry Potter. Yeah, of course I know Harry Potter. Harry Potter is a pretty good film. I'm not a big fan of it, obviously, but I do like it. I wouldn't say I'm like a diehard of it though. Like, but I do like it. It's pretty badass. Sorry for my language, but it should end, but never know. Yeah, that's what I'm saying. Like, it may last longer. It may be pushed back. So we really never know, like when if it's going to really end in January. So therefore, we're just gonna have to wait till it's done, so they can start filming it. You know, that's really all. But yeah, definitely think that it's I definitely think it depends on like the strike, depends on how long it is. Do you think the new director of Scream 7 can get Matthew Lillard and Nev Campbell to return and on board to play Stu Macher again? Yes. Yep. I really do think that the Stu thing, we don't really know yet. We don't really know anything about that. Obviously, we just know about Sydney or Nev Campbell. I guess Nev Campbell's actually she's actually wanting to return. I guess that's what I'm hearing right now. Um, that's what I'm hearing. Guess she's gonna get ready to sign like a contract or something. That's what I've heard. But of course, rumors are rumors. We don't really know, but I've been saying it for a while that I think that she will come back because it's under new movie company under Universal, so and it's not Paramount. If it was Paramount, the only way she would come back is if you know if they got gave her the money that she deserved, gave her that money that they cheated her out of. So, but yeah, I think she will come back because it's under a new movie company, new directors. Stu, Matthew Lillard, I don't really know yet. I mean, he's always said that he's wanted to, he wants to return. So we still getting Scream 7. They can't tease us and take it away. Oh yeah, for real, they can't. They just can't. I mean, we got already new directors for it and all that, and I just hope this strike doesn't last like too long. You know, we're definitely gonna have to wait. But yeah, we're definitely gonna have to wait. It sucks. It sucks, but And my theory is that okay, this is my theory, okay, about the whole Matthew Lillard thing. All right, my theory is that we are getting Scream 7. Obviously, I know 100% we're getting to Scream 7. But my theory is that Matthew Lillard has already been in talks already with the new directors because that's just my theory. Um, I just think that I don't know. It just seemed like the build up and all that, and Scream 5, 6. I don't know, man. It just seems like he's already talked to them already, and when he gets interviewed and all that, it seems like he knows something that we don't. That's just the way I feel. But yeah, we're definitely getting to Scream 7. There's no way that they're, gonna take that away from us, man. That would suck. When do you think Scream 7 will get released? Yeah, I think that it'll get released 2025. That's just my prediction. Um 2025 is my prediction because the strike, as long as depends on, like I said, how long the strike is. So, and it may even last longer than expected. Like I was saying, may not end in January. May push back all the way to May, or like who really knows. Sidney Prescott versus Sham would be interesting, but everyone wants to see Sidney Prescott versus Steel. I know. I'm gonna be really, really. I'm telling you, man. I'm gonna be so disappointed if we get this movie and Stu's not in the film at all, bro. I'm not gonna get mad or anything, but I'm gonna be a little disappointed because it's a missed opportunity, in my opinion. You know, you had all the build up in Scream 5 and 6, and then all of a sudden he just doesn't show up at all. Like that's gonna be disappointing. Like, and instead we get the Sidney versus Sam. But what if Sam is a part of Stu's cult though? Like, what if Stu has a cult and Sam is a part of it secretly and we don't even know, and she's been a part of it since Scream 5 and she's working with them or something? I mean, that could be very interesting because if she's going to be the Ghostface killer and they're bringing back, they're bringing Stu back, well, that would only make sense. Where's some movies are they two-part, like part one, part two? I think they should do the same thing with Scream 7. Sydney should return for part one, and for part two, that's when Stu will return. Yep. Yeah, I definitely think so. I think this movie, this is my theory, okay? I think this movie is gonna, I honestly think this movie is gonna take place, like one half is gonna take place in Hollywood, then the other half is gonna take place in Woodsboro. Obviously, because if Stu returns, they're gonna have to, be in Woodsboro for that because that's where his house is. So it only makes sense. He's not gonna just show up in Hollywood. Maybe Joel will. Joel may show up in Hollywood, but I don't know about Stu. I think when you have Stu return, you have to be in Woodsboro, and you gotta bring back his original house. That's what I would like, for to see his original house from Scream 1996, like the original, like. If the strike ends by January, we should get it closer to get it by October. I don't know, man. I think because if the strike ends in January, well, they probably won't start filming until like. Well, I guess you're about right. I was thinking maybe the trailer would be released at around that time, but I think you're right. That could be possible. You know. I don't think Scream 7 will be part two. Or two parts. Nobody is going to want that. So you don't want. So you don't really want that at all. Like you don't think like. Okay, so tell me like what you mean by that. Like part two or two parts of like tell me what you mean. Because I was talking about like Like have one half in the movie be in Hollywood and then the other half in Woodsboro. Like like half and half. But yeah, I just think it would be really, really cool to see like one half of the movie in Hollywood and then the other half in Woodsboro. Because I guarantee you it's probably either gonna it's definitely gonna be Hollywood, I think again. That's just my opinion, but maybe we may go to somewhere else like France or something, but like in the snow. But I don't really know about that. I just think they're gonna kind of go the Scream 3 route and have go back to Hollywood. I don't think people are gonna want a part two to Scream 7 because it could be forever. For part two. Oh yeah. Instead of March for Scream 7, I think your release of Halloween, it will make more sense. People can dress up as Ghostface for a release. Oh, exactly. That's what I was saying. Like, have it take place on Halloween. You know, I understand in Scream 6 we kind of got that. You know, we had a Halloween party and all that, like in in the subway. Basically, everyone was wearing Halloween costumes, and but I'm just talking about like have the Scream movie take place on Halloween, like the same day as Halloween, and have like fake ghost faces and maybe like a fake Michael Myers. Have like the fake ghost face in there. That would be crazy as hell. I mean, do you want Scream 7 two parts? I mean, not really. I just kind of want one part. But however, I would like, like I was saying, one half in Hollywood and the other half in Woodsboro. I mean, that's basically what I would like personally. But yeah, man, there's been a lot of like speculation about Scream 7. Like, where is it gonna be? Is it gonna be in Hollywood? Is it gonna be in France? A lot of people are wanting like a Christmas version of Scream, which I talked about that as well. Just like having a Scream film in the snow or something like that. Um, but I mean, if they do go back to Hollywood, I'd be okay with that as long as they don't try to copy Scream 3 like shot by shot, you know. And but I like the the snow idea, like something different. Hell yeah, just have it like half and half, Have one half in Hollywood, and like you can have the beginning, the first half of the movie in Hollywood, and then towards the end you could be in Woodsboro or something. And then maybe that's where Stu gets revealed. And maybe that's where we see Joel. Maybe that's where we see Joel. Maybe he's in Hollywood. Who really knows? Because I think that's where he moved to after the events of Scream 2 when he left. I would love to see an Australian version of Scream, and I would love to see the Australian version of Scream in my Australia. Lots of creepy. I think it would be a cool place. It'd be something different. I've been saying that we just need something different, but I mean, if they do go to Hollywood, like I was saying, I just don't want them to copy Scream 3. That's my only problem. If they went somewhere like Australia, France, those kind of places, I would be okay with that. Yeah, that would be a cool place to go to. That's a good idea, Scott. Oh yeah, that's a great idea. Joe return would be interesting. Yeah, because if you remember, he left when he left, obviously he was smart, he decided to leave. He decided to leave because all the killings were going on and he didn't want to have a part of it. So he was probably the smartest character, the smartest like survivor in the franchise, like by far. Um because he was the only one that left, you know, got out of town. But I think he was from LA. So that's why I'm saying he lived in he lived in Hollywood. From Hollywood, I believe. So that's why I'm saying we might see him in Scream 7. Who really knows? He said the actor said he's down to come back. So I mean, yeah. I thought the replica of Stu's house was very cool and everything, but it wasn't the same as the real house. Hope we do return there. Yeah, that's what I was saying. Like, do you have the original house? Like the original, not just a replica or anything like that. I just want I want to go to the original. And I think the reason why they didn't go to the original house in Scream 5 is because it's probably because either the owner didn't want them to film there or because of COVID. It might have been because of COVID though. So that's probably why they had to build like a replica of that house. Be funny if someone buy the house and Ghostface takes it back and it's due. Oh, that would be so awesome. That'd be so awesome. I just want it, man. I just want it. And I don't really know if it's really going to happen or not, but Man, I sure do hope so, because it seems like the buildup is just real. It just seems real, man. Like, it just, you basically gave us hints. Scream 5, did he kill Dewey? Did he attack Tara? All that stuff. Like, because I don't, like I was saying, I don't believe that it was, Amber that killed Dewey. So it had to have been somebody else. And if it wasn't Stu, well, then who was it? It could have been somebody that's related to Stu, or maybe just somebody, like I said, from that's maybe related to Billy. Who really knows? But I think it could be Stu. Just the way he kind of, when he's killing, when he. That could be good. That'd be cool. And that could be a opening kill in Stu. Oh yeah, that would be awesome to have like an opening kill in Stu's house. That would be interesting there. Um, but yeah, because we never had an opening scene like that. That would be something new. Say if somebody bombs Stu's house and this Ghostface waiting somewhere in the house, he kills the new and over the body and he never builds it. Oh yeah, that would be awesome. But I don't want to get that reveal until like the end. Um, but you could give us like some hints. Give us some hints that it's Stu. And another thing too that I don't know if you guys like this idea either, but I was also talking about, um, I was also talking about, I don't know if you guys know, uh, I think, I don't know if you guys heard me talk about this at all, but the idea that I was thinking of, okay, and this is just, I'm not saying that's going to happen or anything, but the idea of having my dead characters from the past. Let's just say that characters that we thought were dead. Let's say like Randy, like Cotton, like Jill, Charlie, Angelina, right? Let's just say we all think they're dead, right? And they all just, what if they just all came back, like all together, and then let's do, and they're all basically working like in one big cult, like together, like characters that we thought were dead, but they're actually not dead. Like, I was thinking about that. I don't know how you guys feel about that, but that would be a great, like a great trilogy, a great ending to that. Yeah. Why do you think the owners in the original house wouldn't want them filmed there? Yeah, because it was I think it was COVID-19 or money, but I think it was. If I remember, I think it was COVID. I think that's the reason why. Because it was either that or the owner just didn't want. I don't really know. I think it was COVID though. because they started filming there in around 2021. So, and COVID was obviously still obviously spreading. It still is, but I'm just saying, like, it was before the vaccines really came out. Like, I want Cotton Weird to return. That would be a crazy twist. That's what I'm saying. Like, a lot of people are saying, what if he's not really dead and he does come back and he's, working with Steel? That's what I was saying with. It turns out he's actually a Ghostface killer, and him, Randy, and you know Charlie, Jill, all of them just working together. Like, that would be crazy. Even though I don't feel like Jill's gonna return, because I just don't find it to be realistic. Could be pretty cool. To end, the trilogy. I've been doing a lot of research and watching Scream 5 over and over again, and I'm watching Dewey's stuff. Seeing, I don't think it was Amber again. I do 100% believe it was Steel that who killed Dewey. Yeah, oh yeah, 100%. 100%. There's just no way on God's green earth that a girl is going to be able to lift up a grown ass man like that, especially a girl that's 5'7". There's no damn way, dude. Like, I'm sorry. And if it was Amber, I'm sorry. That's just unrealistic. The writers just didn't know what the hell they were doing. But I just don't think that's realistic. I don't think it was definitely a man. There's just no way. There's just no way that a girl, and again, there's nothing against girls. I just don't think that they're able to. I don't think they're able to manhandle. They're not able to manhandle men like that, in my opinion. I think men have way more adrenaline than girls. So a man's gonna be able to lift up another man, easily. But a girl that's 5'7" is not gonna be able to do that. I'm sorry. That's just unrealistic. Same with I had a problem with Miss Loomis, killing Randy. Like, I'm like, how the hell did she manhandle him like that? It's just unrealistic to me. It's not realistic. There's just no way, and the height difference is, the height tells you, basically tells you everything you need to know. The height doesn't lie, and people just don't pay attention to that, to the height. And again, even if it was, Liv, which people were saying that she was a killer, secretly a killer. Even if it was Liv, I don't even think it was her. I don't even think that's realistic either, because she's a girl too, and she's around. Maybe she's a little taller than Amber, but I just don't find that to be realistic. Because again, a girl is not going to be able to do that to a man. After Amber was killed, do you think the house was up for sale, or do you think it's abandoned for? After Amber, yeah, I definitely think. Well, it really depends. because I don't really know if they're actually bringing. Well, obviously they do bring the Stew House back. They're probably gonna bring back the original. I would hope. Hopefully, like the owners and all that, let them film there. So I'm not 100%. Maybe it is abandoned. Maybe nobody is allowed. Maybe it's like boarded up after that because I can't imagine somebody living there after somebody got killed there. Richie got killed there too. So, but who really knows? In the hospital scene, Scream 5, I think there were two ghost faces in the hospital. When Ghostface was about to stab Tara, I think there was a third Ghostface. Richie was with Sam, so I think it was two. Oh yeah, for sure. That's what I was saying. Because Richie was the one that got attacked. He got attacked as well by the killer. So it definitely wasn't him. Him and Tara were basically getting attacked by the killer. Dewey came in, obviously with Sam. Dewey was trying to save Richie and Sam and Tara, like all three of them. So definitely wasn't him. So that's what I was saying. Like, it would be a big shocking twist if Gail Weathers ends up part of Stu's cult. That would shock everyone. It also makes sense. Yeah, that would be really, really shocking because she did not really show any emotion when Dewey died, and that's gotta be it's a little eerie, kind of suspect a little bit, kind of suspicious, but I mean, I really wouldn't mind that. But another person that didn't really show emotion was Sydney. I don't know if you remember, but Sydney she didn't really show any emotion, which was kind of unrealistic to me. Like, how in the hell are you gonna show tribute to Wes Craven, but that's the one thing you're gonna miss? Like, come on now. Like if Scream 5 was Wes Craven's film, he would have added Sydney would have cried, like she would have showed emotion. It's official. There is going to be a Scream video game. I cannot wait for it. It's going to be a very cool game. I'm hoping that it's based off the movies and could play the characters from each movie. Yeah, who's I actually heard that they're making one. Like, do you know the gaming company that's making it, or is it just some kind of like mobile game that's coming out? Yeah, Weathers and Dewey didn't see eye to eye in Scream 5. Yeah, yeah, you're right. Yeah. But also, both Sydney and Gail didn't really cry. Sydney didn't really cry either, which was kind of crazy. Yeah. She didn't have a single tear, which was kind of wrong in a lot of ways. But and Mark and Kate as a ghost face would really throw people off. Oh yeah, for sure. I've been saying that, but if Mark Kincaid ends up a killer, then he would have already killed his kids, you know, realistically. But I guess you really never know. I'd much rather him not be a killer just because I'd rather, Sydney be with I'd much rather Sydney just have a happy ending, and be with a husband that she could be with forever instead of having a husband be a killer again because she's been through that so much already. Well, only one time, but Dewey told Gil whether you had to write about groceries after I told you minutes. Oh, yeah, you're definitely right. So I wonder why she's doing that for. That's kind of suspicious there, isn't it? I don't know, man. Maybe Stu, because I think Stu attacked her in Scream 6. But what if that was like a fake attack just to throw people off? And that would be interesting there. Yeah, I wonder why. Yeah, that is a little weird that she's an author. She's kind of similar to Dr. Loomis in a way. And Rob Zombie's Halloween. She just writes the book about the killer. Like, I'm trying not to be racist or anything. What do you think of the idea of having black actors play Ghostface in the future movie? Oh, oh no, man, you're fine. I was thinking about that too. Like, I wasn't trying to be racist either because I don't want to like be racist towards anybody. But that would actually be pretty cool because we've never had that before. Like I was saying, had a black Ghostface killer, which we've never had that. It seems like the movie industry is always killing the black people first. So like, I don't know if you noticed that, but I feel like in Scream, like I feel like they always kill them in like dumb ways. Like in Scream 2, the way they kill the black characters first. Scream 3, they threw a black character off they killed him in a dirty way, just threw him off out of the window or whatever, throw him off the balcony. But that's to me, they I don't know. I just feel like they're racist towards black people, like these movie directors, because they always be doing stupid shit to black people. But and she wrote about the Woods murders. That is also weird. Oh yeah, like I wonder why. I wonder why. I wonder why. That is weird. You're right though. That is weird. And a lot of people were saying as well that Dewey was actually a mastermind in Scream 1996 because people were like wondering like how the hell did he know everything about Sydney? How come he had her number? How come he basically knew everything about her? And a lot of people just had their theories about that, in Scream 1996. Um, I kind of thought that too in a lot of ways, but now I don't really think that that's even possible. But what if Dewey was actually a killer let's just say that Dewey didn't die or something, which I already know he probably did. But I'm just coming up with like an idea. Let's say that Dewey didn't die and he ends up coming back as a killer and he was the mastermind of all the other movies. Because if you don't remember, Dewey Dewey um he did know that Stu. I think that he knew that Stu was alive still. I think he knew all along. He just didn't want to tell Sydney and Gail. I really do believe that he did know, and he just didn't want to tell him. So I mean, that right there has got to tell you something there. Like why in the hell would he know? How would he know? That Stu was alive, and because I do believe that he knew. Anyways, yeah, I think Dewey's probably dead more than likely, but I'm just coming up with a theory. That's not racist at all, Sky. It would be different. Yeah, not at all, man. Dewey had Sidney Prescott's number. Yeah, but the thing is like, yeah, I understand that, but this is a lot of weirdness, and if you go watch a lot of videos about people explaining it, and why people believe it so much, they could explain it like really well. I mean, I could explain it too. Like, okay, you know how like Dewey basically like he had. Okay, I just want to start off with this. Like, he basically had like the robe and all that, the ghost face costume. Like I wonder how he got that. Well, a lot of people were saying that maybe Stu, whoever was chasing Sydney in the house, basically took it off real fast and left it there. But I mean that could be possible as well. But I don't know. I just feel like he's a little weird in that movie. Oh, how's it going, Tatum? Thank you for popping in. How you doing? Yeah, his sister. Yep. I don't believe it was Liv that attacked and killed it. Oh yeah, no, no. I don't think so either. I think it was definitely Stu. Definitely Stu in that scene. 100% Stu. There's just no doubt. That would be a shocking twist if Dewey was still alive. That's what I'm saying. Like, what if he was still alive? Like, what if he was still alive and maybe him and Gail both? And maybe that's why she didn't show emotion, because maybe what if his death was fake? And he does come back and they're working actually together instead of being against each other. And maybe the breakup, what's to say the breakup was fake or something like that? That would be, or to say that the divorce was fake or something. Dewey's a good guy. Oh yeah, I love Dewey too, man. Like, even though I've heard a lot of stories about the real life person, David Arquette, like um how he was basically like kind of like a dick, like the people, I guess. Like to other actors, you'd like cause a lot of problems. I mean, I've heard a lot of stories about the actor or whatever, but I still like the character, of Dewey. Although I don't support like his attitude, in real life, but like the actor, the way he acts. But I mean, I've heard a lot of stories, about him being kind of like immature and all that. Like, stream the game is gonna be on PlayStation 5, PlayStation 4, and Xbox 360 and others. Really? Which develop like who's developing it? Because I've never heard of that at all. At all. Like I've never heard of that. I only know that they're making a new Friday the 13th game, which I don't know if you guys know that, but yeah, they're making a new Friday the 13th video game. It's going to be under a different there's going to be different, developers and whatnot. So it's definitely I don't know how good it's going to be, to be honest. It's not under good media. They're just saying that it's going to be more realistic. Like it's going to be way more realistic than. Because Dewey wasn't at Stu's house until later with Gail Weathers, because that would have been different twist if Dewey killed Tatum, but that was Billy. I know that would have been crazy if that was actually, Dewey that actually killed his sister. That would be brutal. But a lot of people were saying, like, how was Billy able to teleport? Basically, he went through the garage door, like, he went through that after he killed Tatum. He went back into the house after doing it. Then all of a sudden, Billy ends up in the front porch. So I don't really know how how that works. He basically like teleported somehow. Make me a mod, LOL. Yeah, I don't know how to make you a mod at all. Like I was saying, I don't really know how to do all that yet. And like I was saying, I just don't know how to do that. But definitely appreciate, the offer. No, don't burn Stu's house down. Oh yeah, don't do that. No. Well, maybe after Stu gets killed, because if Stu does come back, Sydney's definitely gonna end him. 100%. There's no doubt about that. But I mean, that would be the perfect ending. What's to say that Stu gets killed? Well, who's gonna want to live there when Stu gets killed in there? Like, what else are you really gonna do? I mean, are you gonna just stand there? You're just gonna live in the house after people died there? Like, so I don't really know. I just think it would make more sense to burn it down. Like, especially after, because they're not going to continue or anything with it. Anyways, I mean, after Stu, because we all know that Stu is going to die if he comes back. We know that Sydney's going to end him ultimately. Um, haven't heard anything about the Scream video game. I haven't either. Scott was talking about it. I didn't even know. I didn't really know anything about that. I only know about. Um, I only know about. I only know about the Gun Media. I was or not Gun Media. The new Friday the 13th game that's coming out, which it's going to be by new developers. It's going to be a little different. Which I don't know how realistic it's going to be. We only know it's going to be by new a new developer, um, and they're saying it's going to be more realistic. In Scream 2, we will see the actress who plays Maureen and her boyfriend go to see staff. She was being a bit racist in a way. I'm not being racist or anything. I'm just saying when it was on Screen 2, we'll see the actress. And Screen 2, I don't know what you mean by that. M. Tatum, no way. Yeah, you are. You're Tatum. Go to your phone. It has these bullets, and you send them out. Bullets. Oh, Tatum. Yeah. Hi, Stu. Oh, how's it going, Stu? How you doing, man? And we got Stu in the house. We really want him to return. Um, But yeah, there's a lot of I didn't hear about the Scream video game. I'm actually gonna have to look that up real fast. Because I mean Scott is saying that um, hmm. I wonder. Yeah, because I don't know anything about that. All I know is that they have, the Ghostface character in Dead by Daylight, which Dead by Daylight is a great game, but yeah, I don't really see anything on here. Hmm. Yeah, I don't really know. I would love a Scream video. Oh, I would too. I've been talking about that for a while. Like, I was talking about the idea of maybe like does it add in all the elements from like the movies and just being able to take off the costume, being able to put it back on, becoming a survivor, all that stuff, and obviously we'd have to have all that stuff in there, just like the movies, but that would be so, oh my God, that would be so fun. And what's to say, like, what's to say that you can't kill anybody unless obviously you have, the costume on. That would be pretty interesting there. What do you think of the idea of slasher and Ghostface, Jason, Freddy, and Mike all in one movie together? Oh, dude, that would be so awesome. The one matchup I've always wanted was Michael Myers versus Jason. That was the number one matchup that I always wanted, just because they can't die They both can't die, and they're kind of similar. They don't talk. They both can't die. Obviously, they're a little different in terms of like Jason's more of like a zombie, and Michael Myers is more human. So he's not really. They're kind of different, but they're kind of similar too. Like they have like the same like personality and the same. They both don't talk. They're silent, but they're a little different. Like Michael Myers basically could pop out of anywhere, but Jason, you kind of already know he just comes like straight for you. So, I mean, Michael Myers just pops out of like closets and he could be anywhere. Um, so I guess that's really the difference. Jason kind of comes after you like right away. But other than that, I think they're pretty similar. With Scream video game, they had all the characters from each movie and the killers for the final boss battle. That should still be the final boss and have the final battle. Oh yeah, without a doubt, yeah, that would be epic. That would be epic. How's it going, Craven? Yeah, I just wanted to go live. You motivated me actually today. And when I was watching your live stream, I was like, you know what? I think I'm gonna go live too. Kind of, just hang out with everyone. And well, thank you for popping in. It means a lot. That would be epic. Yeah, that would be. Yep, definitely be epic. Yeah, man, that's great. Yeah, I just thought, just kind of hanging out with everyone, Russell and Scott, everyone just chatting about Scream 7 theories, Scream 7, when the strike will possibly be done. We were talking about the strike. Um, Talking about like it may be longer, it depends on when the strike is done. So, they start filming the movie. But we're talking about Stu as well, the Stu return and I bought Scream 6 and DVD, and there are so many clues in Scream 6. Oh, yeah. I bought that in DVD as well. I got it in Blu ray. And so that would be, that's pretty, a lot of people get like the 4K, but I don't really care about the 4K version, because the Blu-ray version I think is good enough. I mean, the 4K, all it really is just updated. I guess it looks a lot better and it sounds a lot better, but other than that, it's not really. I don't really know. It's not really all that to me. So I mean, it's really the same thing. It's just the same thing, really. I mean, Blu-rays. I think Blu-ray is pretty much similar. It's not. Doesn't look as good as 4K, but It's my pleasure. Yeah, man. Thank you. Thank you. Appreciate it. The writer's strike looks like it just ended. Oh, wow. Really? It just ended? So are they, is there any news as far as them like filming yet? Or they're going to start filming in 2024 still? Tentative deal in place. Oh, wow. That's awesome. That would be awesome if waiting for an official acceptance. Oh, okay. Wow. That's awesome. So we should be getting, they should be starting to film them pretty. Oh, okay. So the actors are still on strike. Okay. So they probably won't start filming until 2024 then, around there. That's what I'm assuming. Oh, okay. So the writer strike is over, but the actor strike is still going on. Okay. Like I said earlier, back in 2008, there was a writer strike and a lot of movies were delayed, including Harry Potter, There's Fall Toy. Oh, yeah, yeah. I think I remember that when that was delayed back in that in 2008 there. Um, this will allow Screen 7 to get fully written and the script changes made for filming. Oh, dude. I'm so excited for that, even though the actor strike is still going on. Uh, man, I'm still, even though the actors are still on strike, man, I'm really, it gives them time to, think, to not rush. But I like that because when you rush, that's when movies end up, being terrible. And I don't really want I want the movie to be great and don't want it to be rushed. I just want them to take their time with it. Let's not be mean if he blocked you. There had to be a reason, so don't push it, Scott. Try to be nice here. Oh, I know. Yeah, Scott, you better be nice here because there's a reason why people block you again. All right. So you got to behave. If you don't, I'm going to block you too. And, I don't want to do that to anybody, but, you know, if you're, being mean and you're being disrespectful in the chat and I'm not going to put up with that. That's not what we do here. We're basically supposed to have a good time and hang out and talk about movies. So, how does your dog wait? What kind of question is that? Really? Like, I'm not trying to be a dickhead to you, man, but like, what kind of question is that? How does my dog behave on the night of the full moon? Man, come on, you could do better than that, man. There's a reason why people block you, man. Like, there's a reason for that. So don't be questioning it. Why he blocked you? Oh, yeah, Craven. Yeah, I blocked him. I blocked him from my channel a couple months back because he was obviously being a jerk in chat. So I had to block him. He was trolling too. He kept asking the same old question, and he's not acting right. He's being disrespectful in chat. So I had to block him. So yeah, I mean, he's definitely he definitely causes a lot of problems, and I think I'm gonna block him right now. But yeah, I'm definitely um I'm definitely excited. At least the writer strike is over. The writers are able to start writing what their what the story is going to be. Um, we just gotta wait for the actors, the strike on the actors. So to be done, which I don't know how long that will take. So ready for Christopher Landon to get his hand on the script. Absolutely. Yeah, Christopher Landon, he's the director, right? Um, yeah, I can't wait. I just can't wait, man. It seems like the door is way more like the door is more open for Stu's return. You know, I don't know if that would be that way if Matt and if Radio Silence was involved still. So I think it opened the door. Yep, he's directed. Yep, yeah, that's awesome. And yeah, I hope you're doing well. By the way, praying for full recovery for you. Yeah, yeah, absolutely, man, absolutely. You're my inspiration, like I was saying, and I wouldn't be doing this, without you. If it wasn't for you, you're like my OG. I remember when I first watched you on the Movie Bros. channel back before he even had the horror channel. So I'm like an OG. And that kind of got me wanting to. And I also started watching Fate too around the same time. Is when you were doing like Scream Fast. That's when I before with you and Carbonite, whatever. Sorry, Steve. I'm going to be happy if they bring Sidney Prescott Steve back. Oh, absolutely, dude. Like I was saying, I really do think that Sydney will come back. If I'm not mistaken, I think she's getting ready to sign a contract for. I think she's getting ready to sign a contract or something. So it sounds like obviously the actors are in strike still, but sounds like she could return. That's what it sounds like, anyways. And it not being under Paramount no more. Right. If it was under Paramount, I don't think she would return. I think it would be. I think if it was under. Um, I think it was under. It's under Universal now. That's the movie company. So I guess Paramount's not involved no more. Yes, you are. Yes. I can tell you that Sydney will be in Scream 7. Yep, that's what I heard too. I heard that. I heard that she was getting ready to sign like a contract or something. Isn't that what? I think that's what I saw. Because that's awesome. Maybe I think it just makes too much sense for her to come back. I don't know. I just feel like Scream 5. We didn't really get that. We didn't really get that happy ending for her. Like she was literally sitting in the back of the ambulance. So that would be awesome. And then obviously Stu coming back. I just really hope Stu comes back. Now we gotta wait for the actor strike to end. Shouldn't be too long. Yep. Stu is still 50-50. I made my personal plea to Christopher Landon one-on-one to bring Stu back. I bring back Stu. Fingers crossed. Oh man, that would be so awesome. But I have a feeling that Matthew Lillard already kind of knows. Because, in his interviews and all that, like, it seems like he knows something that we don't know. Like, I don't know if it's just me, but same with Kevin Williamson when he said that Stu was dead before Scream 6 was released. It just seems like he's got something up that, he's got something up his sleeve, something that he's not telling us. And maybe he's just saying that just to say that, to make it obviously you can't tell us that he's alive because nobody wants to know. That's what I'm expecting. I'm expecting him to lie to me because I don't want to know. I want it to be a surprise. That is helping. Also, I'm keeping my fingers crossed. Absolutely, me too. They if they don't, man, I think it's a missed opportunity. Honestly, I'm sure he has already reached out to Matthew Lillard. Oh, absolutely, absolutely. I think they already did, man, because it seems like when Matthew Lillard does interviews, it seems like he knows something that we don't know. Like it seems like he's doing something with them. He's just not saying it. Like that's just the feeling I get, but maybe I'm wrong. That's right, Russell. Once the SAG strike ends, things are going to move fast. Oh, dude, oh my god, that's so awesome. I can't wait for that to be done. I can tell you guys that Christopher and Matt are good friends. Oh crap. Well, there's your clue right there. I don't know, man. It seems like it seems like that's a clue right there. And if they're really good friends, I mean why like that kind of shows me that they've already talked to each other about the film, about him being in the film. I don't know, man. Kind of makes a lot of sense. If he's friends with him, like, well, yeah, that's awesome news. Like I was saying, maybe that's an indication. Maybe that's showing us that Stu is going to return because they're friends and they're friends. I mean, I don't see why he wouldn't want to bring Stu back. It's not a guarantee, but it's the best possible scenario for us that they are good friends. Oh wow, yeah, it's not guaranteed. Yeah, you're right about that. Like I'm not getting my hopes up or anything like that. I'm just keeping my fingers crossed because I think this is the best. I think that's like the best scenario right there. You know, kind of giving us like a hint a little bit, but obviously I'm not getting my hopes up. Um, I just hope they do it. I just really hope they do it because if they don't, it's kind of a missed opportunity. And not to say that they won't do it in future films. I just think this is like the best film to do it, just because if Sydney, if this is going to be Sydney's last film, which I believe it will be, like what would be the point of Stu returning in future films if Sydney's not going to be involved? I'd much rather Stu go after Sydney. Like I just think it makes a lot more sense because she was the one that basically threw the TV on him, so he has to be upset about that. He's gonna want revenge, for that. So Nev Campbell could still be in future film. Yeah, I mean, anything is possible, but I just it really depends on what Nev Campbell, if she's wanting to be in future films. If she doesn't want to, well, nobody's really gonna force her, but maybe she will. Who really knows? Maybe she'll be like Laurie Strode. Maybe she'll come back as like an old lady or something, like at 60 years old, 70 years old, still beating up Ghostface. Who really knows? Maybe in the future. Much better scenario than Radio Silence because there is a personal relationship between the director of the movie and the actor. Yeah, yep. That's what I'm saying. It seems like the door is way more open, for Stu's return. I'm not saying he's going to return. I'm just saying it's the best possible scenario, because they actually have a relationship with each other. And but yeah, I think it's the best possible scenario. And again, I'm not getting my hopes up or anything like that. I'm just saying, like, I just feel like if they have a close relationship with each other and they're friends, it just seems kind of weird that, like, why wouldn't he think about, bringing him back, But of course, they could be just friends, and maybe they're not. Maybe he's not even in the film. Who really knows? But I really do think. I don't know, man. It seems like they were kind of pointing towards that. Do you like the idea, Cotton Weary may not be dead? Oh yeah, and I talked about that too, about Cotton Weary possibly not being dead. I actually watched a lot of videos about that, about Cotton Weary. You know, him possibly coming back from the dead. And I don't know if you like the idea, but I was telling Russell that how cool would it be if all the dead characters that were dead, all the characters that we thought were dead, end up coming back into Sue's cult or something like Randy, Cotton Weary, Jill, and Charlie all together. Angelina too. Like it's all of them just in one group together for the trilogy, like to end it. Like I don't know if you like that idea or not, but I was just thinking of that idea. Just because we don't really know. I mean, I don't think Angelina's dead. I think that Jill could be because I just don't think Jill is able to survive, paddles. But if it was if she was to return, I guess I really wouldn't care unless I really wouldn't care, I guess. Even though I don't think she's alive. Maybe I'm wrong. Same with Charlie. But I was talking about like how cool would it be if they all like were together? What to say? that um let's just say that like Randy's really alive still. Let's just say that Randy's alive, Jill, Charlie, and we just have this one big twist, and all of them just come back, and just use Colt or something. Now that would be interesting. What kind of? I don't really know if you like that twist, but that would be pretty interesting there. I actually like that idea. You know, I love kind of weird, but unlike Angelina Stewart, it really feels like he's dead. Yeah, I mean, there's really no evidence to really say that he is alive. Really, um, there's a lot of evidence about Randy a little bit because Randy, I don't know how he knew like the rules and all that, and how he made that tape like as if he was talking to Sydney and everyone in Scream 3. So, I mean, the original idea was that he was gonna, fake his death. Wes Craven had the idea. So, I mean, if they were gonna bring him back and that was their intentions, well, it's kind of the same with the Stu situation. They were gonna bring him back, but they didn't because of the combine shooting. Okay, I agree with you, Steven. I'd rather see Stu and Angelina than Cot Weary. Oh yeah, Stu and Angelina. I like Cot Weary, but yeah, there's just really no evidence to prove that he's alive. I'm just coming up with like ideas and scenarios. Like Angelina, I think is the most. Her and Stu just makes the most sense because like Jill, I just don't see surviving paths like that. You know, I just don't. I think that she would be brain dead right now, and she wouldn't even be able to. She wouldn't even be alive. Like her brain would be dead. Like, and Charlie, on the other hand, he got stabbed in the heart, and there's no way that he could survive that. Get stabbed in the heart. Because if he did, well, that's unrealistic to me. But and Randy faking his death would be an awesome twist. Oh, absolutely, absolutely. Like, I know it probably won't happen. More than likely, they'll probably say that he is dead because they have that rule. But you can make the same case for Stu. I mean, they were trying to bring him back, so they were trying to bring Randy back too, but they decided not to. So I mean, it's kind of the same situation. The difference is that Stu. The only reason why they didn't bring him back was because of the combine shooting. The Randy situation was because they didn't. He had that rule, I guess, of bringing back dead characters. That he had one rule. You can't bring back a character that's dead. So he just didn't do it, which he was going to do it though, and he should have done it in my opinion because I just feel like Randy just didn't get that much. He didn't really get that much time on screen. He really didn't get that much on screen in my opinion, and he only survived one screen film and then died in the second, so he didn't really get he didn't really get to be in the movies as much. He didn't really get that much time. So that was when I watched it. It was really shocking to me. You know, for the first time when I first watched Scream 2, like I just felt like he should have had more. You know, he should have been in the film. You know, a lot longer than what he was. You know, he was only in 2 films, and yeah, I just feel like he had more. But it's kind of unfortunate. Part of me loves the idea of all past killers coming back, but then the other part of me says, don't do that because it retcons so much of Wes Craven's idea that we're in the first 4 films. Oh, yeah, you're right. I was just thinking of like possible scenarios, you know? Like maybe Angelina though. Let's just say Angelina comes back and maybe she's like secretly like Sam's like mom or something. What if Angelina was the one that was dating Billy in high school? And she's actually Christina Carpenter, but she changed her identity to Angelina. Because if you don't remember, the original idea was Angelina was going to go to school with Sydney in Woodsboro High. So, and that would make a lot of sense if Angelina was obviously the mother of Sam, and we just didn't know that. Like, what kind of twist would that be if Angelina was actually the real mother of Sam? Roman coming back would shock the movie theater universe. Yeah, Roman, I think, is dead. I think Roman is dead. Even though he's my favorite killer, he's dead. He got shot in the head, man. There's no way he's. There's just no way, no possible way that Roman survived that. And Billy too. They both got shot in the head. There's just no way they're coming back from that. Maybe like their spirits, but that's it. But yeah, I just don't see him coming back. I mean, you get shot in the head, you're not coming back. I'm sorry. Stu and Angelina, we can make a case for them, and what I believe is Wes Craven's improved with Stu and Angelina. Yes, exactly. That's what I was saying because if you really think about it, um, Angelina maybe she was inspired by Stu to fake her death as well. Who really knows? But if you don't remember, Roman faked his death as well, so he could have helped Angelina do it as well. And Stu, um, if you don't, obviously, you know, Angelina was supposed to have went to school with Sydney, and you know, she was supposed to had went to school with Sydney at Woodsboro High, and she was supposed to. The original idea was that she was going to be obsessed, basically. So if you really think about it, if they were going to go with that idea, well, I mean, wouldn't it make sense for Angelina to be the real mother of Sam? Even though they didn't go with that idea, like And Stu, Sam's dad. I actually think Stu could be Tara's dad. Honestly, secretly, and maybe that's how they had ties. And maybe they had the same mom. Maybe Angelina's both of their moms. Well, that actually wouldn't really make any sense. I think they have different moms. I think Sam has, Sam and Tara, I think, have different moms, but they had the same. So they have, well, they're sisters somehow, right? So they either had to have the same mom or the same dad. One of the two. And Quentin faked her death in Scream 6. Yep, she did. She was inspired by Roman and Angelina and Stu. But yeah, I just really think that the possibility of Angelina being the mother of Sam is just high, because if you really think about it, like, that would be a great twist to find out that she's actually that she Angelina secretly the mother of Sam. And obviously Tara and Sam obviously had the same dad or the same mother, either or, but they may have different dads and the same mom. Maybe the mom just dated two men. So, like, I don't really know, man. Like, it's just kind of confusing. Like, because I don't really know. Because I was saying that maybe Tara's dad could be Stu, but that would mean that Christina was dating Billy and then cheated on him with Stu, which that really wouldn't make too much sense. Um, so if I had to really think about it, I think they do have the same mom, but they just have different dads. And I think Tara's dad could be Blackamore, because I think that was the original title they were going to go with. I think that was going to be Tara's dad, though. I think his last name. His name was Blackamore, I believe. That could have been like the name of like his name. So yeah, that really wouldn't make any sense if they both had the same mother, or they had the same mom, and then like Billy and if Stu is Tara's dad, well, that would mean that Christina cheated on Billy with Stu. That Christina had a child with Billy and then had a child with Stu, which would be cheating. Um, that's only how that would work. So it's kind of confusing. I don't really know. I mean, but yeah, I mean, anything is possible, I guess. Because what if that did happen? But again, that really just wouldn't make any sense, because Billy and Stu work together. So why would Stu Why would Christina cheat on Billy with Stu? I mean, it's very possible, but I mean, at the same time, I just don't really see that being like the case. You know? Sadly, I must head out and get my great stream. See you soon. All right, man. Thank you. Yep. Thank you for popping in. I appreciate it, man. I'm gonna keep praying for you too to get well for speedy recovery. Um, yeah, man. Get some rest. Get some rest. You know. Thank you for popping in, though. But yeah, I'm just, it's just really confusing. Like, I don't really know, like, my man, it's just kind of confusing, if there is one possibility, I mean, that really wouldn't be like, okay, like, how weird would it be if Billy was dating Christina, right, and had a child with her, and then went on and went to go cheat on him with Stu, with his friend, a person that he's working with. That would be the only way. I think that would be like the only way that happened. Like the only way they have, the only way that Stu is the father of Tara. Like, and I don't really know if that would really make any sense. That maybe, but I don't know. I don't really think that Stu. I just don't really think that would make any really that much sense. But who really knows? Because maybe Stu did cheat. Maybe Stu stole Billy's girl or something. I don't really know. Like, but I also heard a theory that Stu and Billy were both like gay, like they both liked each other. So I mean, I don't really know. Because Christina obviously dated two people, right? If that's the case, if Christina dated two people, then that would only make sense that Billy or that Tara's got a different dad, and her dad's not Billy, and she's got a different dad. So obviously she must have dated somebody else. Because I don't think Tara and Sam had the same dad. They had the same mom, but they got different dads. But yeah, they got different dads, obviously. So I don't really know, like, what kind of like I don't really know, like how like I don't really know how that would work. Like, I understand they have different dads, but that would mean so maybe her dad isn't Stu then, because it just wouldn't look right. it wouldn't look right for Tara's dad to be Stu because that would mean Christina cheated on Billy with Stu, which that really wouldn't make any sense. So I'm thinking that it's somebody else from Woodsboro High, somebody. Uh, well, maybe it could just be somebody that we don't know. That's Tara's dad, obviously, because they both had different dads. We all know that, and they don't have the same dad. So yeah, that's what. Yep, I think they had two different dads as well. Yep, and I was saying that I think that Christina was dating two people, obviously. So she was dating Billy and then was dating somebody else. So there's just no way that it could be Stu. I mean, if it is Stu, that would be kind of dirty of him. That'd be dirty of Christina to date his friend. You know what I mean? Because if Stu was the father of Tara, well, that would mean that Christina cheated on Billy with Stu. So, and that wouldn't really look right. You're right, it wouldn't. I think Charlie Walker is still alive as well. Uh I'm sorry, man. I don't really like that idea, really. I don't think that he's alive personally. I don't anyways, because I feel like I feel like he got stabbed in the heart, you know. But I don't find that to be really realistic for somebody to survive a stab to the heart like that. But I mean, I guess anything is possible, but I'm not really for that, honestly. I'd much rather just have Stu return and Angelina. You know, I didn't really care for Charlie either. In Scream 4. But that's not the only reason why I don't want him to come back. I don't want him to come. I don't think he's gonna come back because again he got stabbed in the heart, and there's just no way. To me, there's just no way that anybody could survive that, honestly. But I mean, we've seen crazier stuff happen, I guess, in the Scream franchise. Anybody, I guess, could be Ghostface. Anybody could be the killer. So yeah, me as well, man. I think I'm gonna hop off here and call it quits for tonight. But thank you for popping in. I just wanted to, go for a little longer, but I am gonna get off here. I've been on here for a few hours. I had a lot of fun though, and hopefully try to go live maybe again tomorrow. Just kind of hang out again. Um, I'll just schedule it or whatever. So you guys get a heads up beforehand. But anyways, yeah, I'm gonna get off here as well. I hope you have a great night, and thank you everyone for popping in. Uh, Craven, Scott, Russell, thank you all. Tatum, thank you all for popping in. Uh, be sure to hit the like button as always. That would really help. But anyways, I'm gonna get off here, and I'm gonna try to, like I said, tomorrow try to get a stream. Um, and good night, everyone. All right, good night.